Chapter number 3. Introduction to CSS. Styling HTML with CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on screen, paper, or in other media. CSS saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages simultaneously. CSS is used to define styles for your web pages, including the design, layout and variations in display for different devices and screen sizes. CSS Syntax. A CSS rule set consists of a selector and a declaration block. The selector points to the HTML element you want to style. The declaration block contains one or more declarations separated by semicolons. Each declaration includes a CSS property name and a value, separated by a colon. A CSS declaration always ends with a semicolon, and declaration blocks are surrounded by curly braces. CSS can be added to HTML elements in three ways: external CSS, internal CSS, inline CSS. External CSS. With an external style sheet, you can change the look of an entire website by changing just one file. An external style sheet can be written in any text editor. The file should not contain any HTML tags. The style sheet file must be saved with a CSS extension. Internal CSS. An internal style sheet may be used if one single page has a unique style. Internal styles are defined within the style element, inside the head section of an HTML page. Example of internal CSS. Style body background color or blue style close. Inline CSS. An inline style may be used to apply a unique style for a single element. To use inline styles, add the style attribute to the relevant element. The style attribute can contain any CSS property. Example of inline CSS tag: body style equals background color blue. This is a body part. Body close. CSS comments. Comments are used to explain the code, and may help when you edit the source code at a later date. Comments are ignored by browsers. A CSS comment starts with /* and ends with */. Comments can also span multiple lines. Comments are also optional part of HTML code. Example of CSS comments. Body color: read. This is a single line comment. Text align center. This is a multi-line comment. Style tag. The style tag is used to define style information for an HTML document. Inside the style element you specify how the HTML elements should render in a browser. Each HTML document can contain multiple style tags. Paragraph P. Usually the text you enter is shown from left to right in the web browser. The P tag starts a new paragraph. The align attribute specifies the alignment of the text within a paragraph. Use inline CSS for aligning the text. CSS syntax. P style equals text align right. New line or break line tag BR. If you want to start your text with a new line, the BR tag is used. The BR tag inserts a single line break. The BR tag is an empty tag, which means that it has no end tag. Quotation tag Q. The Q tag defines a short quotation. Browsers normally insert quotation marks around the quotation. Horizontal line HR tag. The HR tag defines a thematic break in an HTML page, for example a shift of topic. The HR element is used to separate content or define a change in an HTML page by drawing a horizontal line to indicate the separation. Dialog tag. The dialog tag defines a dialog box or window. The dialog element makes it easy to create pop-up dialogues and modules on a web page. Blank spaces NBSP. Blank spaces NBSP. Web browser ignores any extra space added to the text by using a special HTML code and NBSP, so blank spaces can be inserted into a text. NBSP stands for no break space. Abbreviation tag. Abbreviated. The abbreviated tag defines an abbreviation or an acronym, like Mr., December, ASAP, ATM. Marking up abbreviations can give useful information to browsers, translation systems and search engines. Tip. An abbreviation and an acronym are both shortened versions of words or phrases. Both are often represented as a series of letters. Headings tag H1 to H6. The H1 to H6 tags are used to define HTML headings. H1 defines the most important heading. H6 defines the least important heading.